Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cooking with Big Mark. After a 2 week hiatus that included about 5 days together in Winchester, I'm back in Chicago, and Dad abides in Winchester. And today's topic is garlic and friends.
Yes, garlic, yes, the famous stinking rose, as they called it. Everybody is, everybody has a good, the allium family, and allium is actually the Latin word for garlic.
Mm,
It's the genus of all of those onions, leeks, and shallots, all from the same family, everything. And garlic plays a role in almost every classical dish in some form or another. It can be very harsh, but it gets very mellowed, with your cooking and caramelizing it, roasting it, or poaching it in oil in so many different ways. And it becomes very spreadable, almost like butter. And you see it now introduced to all kinds of hummus and roasted garlic this and roasted garlic that. It's become a favorite because it's a little milder. You got to be careful though with garlic and high heat, because if it does, it gets a little bit of burn, it becomes bitter, and it can, and that bitter taste can affect all your everything else that you put it in. Cultivated garlic really comes in two main categories. They get what they call hard neck and soft neck. And the soft neck variety is the easiest grown. It's the ones you find mostly in supermarkets because it has a shelf life. And the second one, the hard neck, is something that flourishes better in cold climates. It's harder to grow, and as a result, it's much more expensive. But when you're dealing with garlic, people usually just take it and put the whole bulb on the table in an angle, and give it a belt with your fist, and the globe should all come off it. And once you get the individual cloves, you just sort of get a flat side of a knife, usually a French knife, and just lay it on it. Then hit it with your fist. It loosen up that skin, and so you can snap it off. And if you can check at the end of the little garlic clove, there's a little round green thing, and sort of like a root end. You want to cut that little bit off if you can, because it affects the flavor. So that's what that's the garlic that we all know about, and knows the depression. Garlic scapes are actually the sort of the fresh stems of the hardneck garlic, which they break off or cut off mainly in the beginning to develop larger bulbs and larger cloves of garlic. But then people decided they liked it, so you can take it, you can deal with it almost like you would a vegetable. You can saute it like you would green beans, or poach it like asparagus, or just cut it up in little pieces, and for in salads or anything else along that line. So those are the scapes. Something else which a lot of people don't realize is, especially if you're growing your own garlic, is that the roots are very good. I've never heard anybody eating garlic roots, but they say it has a little sweet flavor, and they either use it, either take it raw and add it to salads, but you can also fry it and use it for sort of like a garnish on top of any other salads or things along that line. Then you have what they call green garlic, and green garlic really just young garlic. They just grab it before it comes out, and it looks a little bit like a scallion. It's got a flatter stem, but it's again, you just use the preparation for that the same as you would any other parts of garlic. There's no onion skin on it, and it depends where in the development it is, but you just cut it up raw and just slice it. And it's a little bit milder than the normal garlic. Elephant garlic, by that matter, is not garlic at all. It's a part of the culture of the wild leek family, and has sort of a muted flavor, less than garlic. But it's a choice for people who like the garlic but don't like the strength of it. That you can use the elephant garlic. Then the final one in that family we haven't discussed are leeks. And leeks are really very popular almost all over the world, less so in the United States, although they are becoming more and more a part of a deal. but especially in France, you see, braised leeks, poached leeks. They do everything with them. It's kind of an elegant vegetable because of its length and size. And it's also sort of a winter vegetable. What the farmers will do is in the late fall, they'll take where the crop is gone and they'll cover it with soil and keep it under the soil all winter long. And that develops the sweetness of it. It develops the paleness of it. And it helps it to grow longer. As a result, that's why leeks have so much dirt in them, because it's growing and the dirt just worked its way in. So you got to really be very careful and rinse it. And they slice the stems or spread them, run them under cold water in order to get it. Leeks is, again, has a milder onion flavor. Most people use the white or the light green aspect of it. And it can go into salads and, adds a nice flavor to almost anything, again, but a little less than either garlic and or onions themselves. So that sort of finishes up the allium family between this 2 weeks ago and this week. But their onions and all that whole family are really at the beginning, almost all culinary savory dishes. And it's a great part of almost anybody's repertoire to know how to use them, when to use them, and how effective they can be in all your cooking. So over to you.
Excellent. Thank you. So today, wine kind of runs in my family. The T-shirt I'm wearing is from Sean's brother's winery in Texas, but we're going to be tasting a wine from France that comes from my cousin Tommy. So this is Chateau Auguste. This is located in Entre-deux-Mers, so literally between two seas, although in this case they're two rivers. That sort of classic French exaggeration. If it's not Scottish, it's crap kind of thing. So we're gonna pour this. This is 80% Merlot, and then 10% Cabernet Sauvignon and 10% Cabernet Franc. It's non-vintage. It's from the Chateau. It's the same wonderful winemaker who also makes Chateau Gaby. So give us a little sniff. A really vibrant, citrusy nose. One tasting note that's mentioned in their press materials is tangerine, which I definitely think is quite present. And also just some really nice, milder Provençal style notes, rose hip and little cassis, really nice. Yeah, a really nice balanced acidity here, and because it is made from classic Bordeaux grapes, this would stand up to richer food in a way that a Grenache based Provençal rosé would not, in the same way, but it's not overwhelming the way that sometimes Cabernet Sauvignon or Merlot based rosés can be. It's kind of hitting that sweet spot of being robust and rich, but also a lighter pink and delicate. So extremely good. This has been Cooking with Big Mark. We'll look forward to seeing you all again soon. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.